Here I am, Leon C, aka Morpheus. For many of you who have watched my previous video called The Terminating Machine is Alive and Well, okay? I am here to deliver and to promise you a new red pill on this verse. Because many of you have been expecting this video, and as I have promised, I will break down the details of what you may have been missing in that video. So some of you who is watching this video now, it would be best to go back and look at the video called The Terminating Machine is Alive. Therefore, you have a good idea as to what I'm going to be talking about in this one. Prayfully, hopefully, and sustainably, this video is still going to be here waiting for you when you come back to it. Now, for those who have graduated from that class and who is on to the next stage of this series, I am here to provide for you. Okay? If you care about, see, what you got to understand is this. There's a lot of people on a general basis who aren't really aware about what's going on in America or the world. Okay? Many people think that their life is an island situation where they are completely exempt from disaster and from issues. If you have a child or children, no matter how old they are, whether they're 27, 30 years old, or whether they are 8 years old, you should be concerned to at least have your ears open and your eyes upon what's going on in the American construct and around the world, because you are not exempt for dangers and evil to knock at your door. Okay? These videos that I produce for you, okay, it is not just because I'm named and called Morpheus. Okay, it's not for an ulterior motive. Okay, yes, y'all contribute to my channel. Okay, yes, this is an interesting way of being able to reach the public mind. Okay, but it is not for me. Okay, this is for you. This is to provide help and to sustain the future of our tomorrow. All right. You will be surprised how many people don't concern themselves with matters that you and I are discussing and how you have clicked on to this particular channel. You'll be surprised because those very same people, okay, who rather sit down for an hour and a half and watch a movie on Netflix, okay, or who would rather travel out of town and be in the luxury class of their so-called island-like mentality and feel like they're completely detached from the world, because usually on a general basis, those are usually the people, mind you, not to start fear or to create any type of dilemma or drama between whoever's watching this video, are usually the people that you end up watching these catastrophes happen to. Okay? Because we are blindsided. If you are concerning yourself with your family, yourself, your future, and your children, okay, it'd be best to focus on what I have to say. Because the program termination, or as I wrote in it, it could be considered as extermination, but I called it program termination, is not considered on a group of people. It's not a conspiracy. Okay, I'm not going to sit here and talk about some type of hate group based on color, religion, based on race, based on sexual origin. Not at all. That's not what this video is for. This is for everyone, the same as the other video talked about the machine world, or the machine world is alive and well. Okay, this is the same video, because this is what we are dealing with here in America that's happening now, that we are actually recycling it to happen again, because we're not retracing our steps on how serious this thing is. I'm going to read something first, and then I'm going to get to the basic for you and not waste any more time. I want to show you these, but I know it's kind of hard for you to see on my tablet here. But I'm going to read some headlines for you. Okay, and I'm just going to braze across it and get to this as to not waste time. 17-year-old arrested in deaths of 2 teens that were found in a car. 17-year-old. Okay. I'm just going to read a little bit of it, and I'm going to move on to the next. Authorities have arrested a daycare worker accused of slamming a 2-year-old boy's head against something. And they were considered as lying about the situation. A daycare worker slammed a 2-year-old boy's head, basically. Little Rock, 16-year-old told police he fatally shot his mother Saturday morning because she physically and mentally abused him. Court document says. Physically and mentally abused him. The other one I just read was also a lady who slammed a 2-year-old boy's head. A daycare worker. A teen mother, teenage, my American family, teenager, a girl who is younger than 19 or 18, even though those are still considered as teenagers. Okay, so I'm saying 19 younger, a teenager who's not your age yet, will serve at least 12 years in prison for the murder of her 3-month-old son. Think about that for a second. The child died last November, and the medical examiner ruled his death as a homicide and found older injuries, including a broken arm and rib. Listen to me. This is a 3-month-old baby. Now, I know some of you are probably like, yeah, that happens. That's an everyday thing. Whatever. Morpheus, you just... Okay. Hold that thought for a moment. Okay. Now let's get down to the basics, because I don't want this video to be very long, because the other one was very long. Okay, I had troubles trying to save that video because it was long, but it's important. I can't sit here and have session after session and pretend to be your professor, okay, when the series is just too much that we are all dealing with because we have allowed it to get out of control here in America. Now it's time for the red pill. Go ahead and give you that. Keep what I just told you in mind of those headlines. Okay? Listen. These results aren't yesterday. It's a programmed termination when you ignore the problem. You are ignoring the roots of the issue that is going on here in America because we all feel like it's not my problem. I'm making this video right now because is it my problem? Did Morpheus create that? No. But Morpheus realizes it is a us problem that we are having here in America. You understand? Even I cannot point my finger like this when I have 3 other fingers that are pointing back at me. All I could do is give you this information so somebody out there who has children, somebody out here who believes in a God somewhere, somebody out here who has concern for the future of America will listen and learn something and realize that this fight is real. It's not just a fight for you, it's a fight for our children. It's a fight for tomorrow, because this stuff has to stop. I have the remedy. To be honest with you, I do have the remedy. I have the idea how to decrease this criminal thinking. I have the remedy, okay? But a lot of you are not trying to learn it. A lot of you might not even hit the like button or the subscribe button, which you should, so it can get out there to as many of these mothers and parents and family and people as much as possible, so they can get some thinking up here that you have to participate in the delivery of a new America or a new society, which is not going on the decline. I hear too many people talking about, oh, it's not my issue, or, oh, it's a crazy world. People are crazy. No, you're crazy, because you are ignoring the problem, saying, oh, it's not my problem. So what? They're crazy. People are not generally crazy. I told you in my other video, things just don't happen. It is a programmed termination that all of us is participating in. Anytime you say, I don't need to do anything about it, you are participating. Anytime you say, oh, it's not my problem, that's not my child, you are participating. Because you can do something about it. You can change the way that you do or how you function at home to produce something that's different for tomorrow. Now, let me share something with you, how this works. And I didn't even write about it, but I do have a lot of notes here. I'm just flashing real fast there. Okay, I don't want you to see my messy handwriting. But here's the thing, okay? This is why the machine mind video is important, because you have an idea what I'm talking about. What you eat, what you absorb into yourself, distorts your instincts. I got my Superman shirt on today for a reason. Listen, your genes, your genome, carries the information of your lifestyle and what you eat. When you are taking in false forms of food, chemicals, and non-organic, non-biological substances, which is not greens, which some of you call vegetables, natural fruits, natural berries, okay, non-genetically modified anything, okay, because we are living such a fast-paced lifestyle, and we are accepting any sort of pesticide, any sort of drugs. Listen to me. The drugs play into this, because when you take in any drug in your body, I need a graph of some sort. It transforms your nature to a degree. Okay? As a human species, you have a natural organic bandwidth that's supposed to work with your genome and your phylum. You understand? Especially when you're eating the fruits and vegetables from Mother Earth, which is trying to communicate with you. Okay? The seeds in fruits and vegetables, mainly fruits, are trying to communicate with you. When you remove the fruits from your vegetables, okay, you lose the communication between you and Mother Earth, like a mother, I told you this before, who have seeds in her ovaries, okay, to produce a baby from this little bitty seed, okay? That's the same thing as a fruit carrying a seed within it, so it can produce what, Morpheus? Life. You remove that seed, you're getting something that's genetically modified, and you take that into your biology. Now, let's go further. All the prescription drugs that y'all consistently taking into yourself, just follow me with this. All the injections that y'all are getting, for whatever reason it may be, I don't care what it is. You know, I don't care what it is. Whatever you inject into yourself, over a certain amount of time, because you are an organic species, it will affect your genome. It's going to. anything that affects the wavelength of your genes. I'm doing it like this because I've got to be as natural as possible. Okay. It's going to integrate itself with your genes over time. When you have a lifestyle of consistently digesting, taking in, because you think you got the flu virus, okay, or a cold, and you take these medications, these pills, and these unnecessary forms to manipulate your genes. You understand? So you can feel a certain way. So you can act a certain way. So you can live a certain way in a certain environment for a certain amount of time. You understand? That affects the window of your instincts and your consciousness and your pineal gland and your third eye. There is a communication between you, my American people, and the real God, the real universal God, the real energy of God, which is neither man or woman. It's neither what you think it is, but call it energy of the creator, the all maker, the all creator. It cuts off that communication because this is your body. This is a car. Inside this car is a vassal, which some people call a soul, which is the real you. Okay, we're not going to get into the details with it. It's in one of my other videos. I got to save time, so I'm not going to go into the details. I'm just keeping it simple. You are here. You move this big car around. Okay? If you want to be funny about it, you can say you're the alien inside of a moving machine. Okay? But anyway, you communicate with your instincts, which is called knowing, which I told you in the other video. You cannot learn it in school. You can't learn instincts. Birds don't need school. That's why. Dogs don't need school, even though you can train them how to jump, flip, go catch the newspaper. Okay? Nature doesn't need school. Why do birds know how to do this? Because it's called instinct. It's an automatic knowing intelligence of nature. Ladies and gentlemen, that's where the fight is happening. When you are taking in poison and bad food, when you are not eating right, when you are injecting yourself all the time just because, oh, I got the flu this weekend, I just want to just get rid of it. I want to prevent the flu. Okay? Over a series of time of unnatural living, instead of letting your body do it, your own immune system do it. Matter of fact, your whole body's a immune system. Okay? Your derma right here, okay, is the first sentinel. It's the first guard against all viruses and disease and sickness. This is your guard right here. Okay? So the immune system is not just a system itself that's just going to be, okay, we're going to just this is what we do to attack whatever viruses, whatever is trying to attack our blood cells, our white blood cells, and every other type of system that we might have, our blood flow. Okay? Your whole body is a defense system. Your whole body is. The entire you. Okay? Don't look at it as separate from different sections. Okay? Now, so over time, when you start consistently exposing yourself with unnatural gene manipulation or poisons, I like to call it, into yourself to sustain yourself in an unnatural environment that's not good for you or your phylum or your health, whether it's super cold outside or super hot. Okay? It does do damage on your cells. And as I talk about fermentation, which you should not be doing anyway, it causes you to age much faster. Usually people, they think, oh, it's because I'm older. No, stress, okay? Also, stress is also a creation of those dying cells. Stress do start damaging your cells. I'm not going to get into that right now. Okay, let's just keep it simple, because I can keep on going all day about health and all that type of stuff. Here's the thing that I'm trying to tell you. Your true intelligence, which is nature itself, that tells you, okay, I know this without being taught it. Okay, because nature, it passes on to you from your heredity, from your parents. It's heredity or hereditary, I like to call it hereditary. Okay, it's already there in the I know situation. Over the years, we've been taking artificial forms of food, that is genetically modified food, bad milks, yeast, okay, refined sugars, unnatural things, and taking in all kind of forms of pills and stuff because the doctor says you got to have it. And you're like, oh, I got to have it because the doctor says, and here you go. Yeah, you're still going to live. But what did I tell you? Now you got this thing in your genome. Like, what is this thing? Okay. It's a window blocker. Whenever you introduce yourself with any unnatural food and poisons and pills and medications because you think you got to have it, that window between you, your real self, and your instincts to your higher mind God, to your real intelligence, not your physical intelligence, your instincts intelligence to what you may call God or Allmaker, okay, becomes blocked with this stuff. It's blocked with this stuff. It's blocked with this stuff. Do I have to say it again? So I told you before on my other videos, that window that you have, like you're able to see me right now, becomes foggy. It's almost like putting my finger right here and it just start bringing it. It's foggy. You can barely hear the voice of God. You can't, it's very scant. So therefore, what happens is you have to depend on the programming of your environment because your instincts ain't there. So that means, listen, you got to be guided by other people. Other people got to tell you who you are. Other people, listen, my American people, listen to me. This is why you have so many people, listen, so many people who don't think, and you're like, dang, why are they doing that? Because their window is dark. They can't see. There's no connection there. Because what I tell you in the other video, Now let's get to the nitty gritty. Now, with your true high mind and your third eye gone, okay, now you practically a walking zombie because the intelligence that you can have, which should be up here, above your flesh, your soul and spirit should be above the thinking of your humanity. I'm going to say it again. Your soul and spirit should be above your humanity. But because it's not, when you bring that down by your distortion of your instincts, by the pills, medication, how you eat, okay, your flesh is above your spirituality. Your thinking's not that great. Okay, the average human is not that great. Okay, then you begin to ground yourself to human earth. You begin to ground yourself to the machine world of just functioning because somebody tells you to function. Do you understand? This is why, this is a very big percentage why we don't have a lot of Einsteins anymore. This is what, yeah, we do have smart people, like, yeah, we do have them in segments. Yes, we do have great creators. Okay, we do have geniuses which are out there, but it's not as much as it used to be. We don't have a lot of philosophers. We don't have a lot of people who are actually turning these things around, because every time you look at the news, I just read it to you, something is happening, but it's happening to the younger generation. Why is it happening to the younger generation? Because the instincts of humanity is going downhill. Because of all the, yeah, we got to have this for that, vaccination for this, we got to go ahead and inject this, got to go ahead and eat that, you know, and your activities are always going to be limited. Now, we're getting to the meat of it now. I need to take this off because I'm getting kind of hot now. I might have to put it on a few minutes. Either that or turn on the heater, okay? Let's get this started. Now, this is where it matters. I have spoken with you in the last video how it's hereditary. When your instincts is blocked on a constant basis, when you are eating and you have a lifestyle which is distorting yourself, okay? Now you pass it on to your children. Now you're passing your hereditary traits of lower instincts, of poisonous injections, and all these unnatural foods. Now it's in your wavelength. Now it's in your genome, and you give that stuff to your child. Here we go. Boom. And here's his baby. Now you understand that part. Let's go further. Yes, it's worse because it's not just one simple thing. Okay. The reason why I have read to you that some of those cases are because of women. I'm not blaming everything on women. No, don't get it wrong. This is not a hate video. This is a we need to do something video. Oh my God, what the video? Okay. Those women, I read it like that on purpose because it wasn't a man, even though men do crazy things. These are most likely, in the other videos that I have read to you, are single mother homes. That child is not lying when he said that his mother beat him physically and verbally. You know, you have watched them. I have watched them. Single mothers, or even if you with the, most times it's with a boyfriend, not really a husband. Okay. I've watched a mother pretty much downright slaughter her child with words alone. I had no place to say something about it because then it would have been, then I would have been on the news, okay, talking about, oh, this stranger assaulted a mother and her child. So sometimes you got to learn how to pick and choose your fights. Sometimes you need to learn how to pick and choose your fights at the right time. So I use that to just hold into my synapses and my consciousness to give to you at the right time. All these things have happened a long time ago, but it's still playing out today. I can believe what that boy is saying. You can believe, you've seen it happen to yourself. Most times women, when they are frustrated and mad, they go by emotions. They go by their feelings, not by their logic. So when they are frustrated, they will definitely act out. They will definitely yell and scream. Now, ladies, again, it's no attack on you. It's not blaming you. It's just talking about the general nature of most women who have a problem organizing and controlling their life. They lose control. Even worse now that in America, their bad behavior is being condoned, it's being praised, it's being honored by blue pill beta guys and other people who want to just chase you because of what you have to offer between your legs. Okay, instead of saying, "What? No, baby, that's wrong. No, sweetheart, you shouldn't do that. No, I'm not gonna support that." But you have too many men, beta boys, who support bad behavior. So a lot of women, because they are entitled, you know that. You've watched my other videos. A lot of women who have no self-control in their life, where it's going out of control. It's just going out of control. And now they have this child. Okay? So where their frustration go, the same as most men know that women use men as a punching bag, verbally or emotionally. Now you have this innocent child who is verbally abused and now physically abused because he's too small. Listen, he's too small to fight back. Okay? But when they get the opportunity, these boys are starting to fight back. I seen a 16-year-old boy who began to threaten and fight back his mom. There was no husband or no boyfriend around. You understand? I'm not saying it's right. I'm saying they have a reason. It's not right. But they don't want to be picked on because grown men have been. I've been in situations like that before. Yes, Morpheus have, where I've dealt with an American girl because she felt entitled And she felt, oh, I got the government and I got the state backing me up. So I wish you would get in my face. I can do whatever I can do whatever I want to do. Yeah, you ain't, yeah. And just getting all irate. Right? How much more this child who was powerless? Ladies and gentlemen, it is happening. This is worse than just calling it a feminist movement. It's a result of girls are feeling as if they are entitled, not being raised right, or not having grandma at home, because nowadays grandma has to work. Grandma has to work. I was going to have an older lady on this video to help me with discussion, but I decided not to, because she's working and trying to get herself together. So I decided against it. But I wanted her to actually tell you for herself, and I wanted you to see her, that she's not your age. She's of age where she should be at home, helping, not raising the grandkids. No, your mommy should not be raising your kids. No, helping to install wisdom and knowledge to these girls to help them with their kids that way, not raising them or condoning them. Okay, let's be specific with that. All right. But she's busy working herself and working 2 part-time jobs. All right. So I said, I'm just going to go ahead and leave her alone, because because to me, this is serious. To me, this is serious, and y'all should be taking this seriously too, because this is happening worse, more and more and more, because those 13-year-old kids, those 12-year-old kids they're in the criminal system. They're in the criminal system. Their lives are ruined in the younger years of their life, where they should be developing themselves. So I don't know, whenever they get out, whenever the judge decides to relinquish them or whatever the case may be, their life is already halfway ruined. Halfway ruined. How is that possible when you have so many people here in America? You have so many people here in this country who has a blindsided to, I don't care, it's not my problem. Why am I fighting for this person? I don't know them. Okay, so I went on a rant on that. So the reason why it's worse than what you think it is because these women are losing their ground. They're losing focus, and they're losing control. And who are around them when they lose control? The kids are. The babies are. The innocent little bitty human beings who's trying to discover life, who's going to be the next people of America, who's going to be the next CEOs, possibly, who's going to be the one, maybe, in the car production line, maybe the ones who might create the next Boeing 737, who knows? Okay, that same quality of life, those same catastrophes. Now, I wrote this down, and I think I told you this already. The results of yesterday, that's what this is. What you are seeing in the news is the results of yesterday, because of the parents and how they are genetically modifying themselves to genetically modify the next generation. That's what I said. Parents who undoubtedly, incidentally, ignorantly, and self-righteously, because I don't care, I can eat, I can do whatever I want to, because the doctor said, this person said, my mommy's doing it, so I can do it too. And that group of people produces down here this next group of people who we are witnessing today, who is 13, 14, 15, 16, because they're not taking it anymore. These kids are not taking it anymore. Okay? Now, when it came down to that mother that I had a conversation with, that I witnessed derating and berating that child, okay? Yes, I did have to have a conversation with her. I talked to her in a very gentlemanlike manner, okay, where she understood. And I told her, what you are doing, you're damaging that child. You're going to make that child hate you, okay? It stopped for a little while, but it got right back to it, okay? And it didn't change. I got a phone call later talking about, okay, Leon C, I think it was like 2 weeks thereafter, okay? I said, where's so-and-so? Where's your 16-year-old boy? Oh, he's with the grandma. He can't live here no more. Why? Oh, he tried to jump at me. He tried to fight me back. I had a conversation with him. Okay? Called the grandmother, had a conversation with them. And hear it from his standpoint of view. It's not an assault. It's not even so deep to where it's pointing fingers at anybody. I'm telling you an exact realistic scenario here. And I talked to the boy and I just asked him a simple question. I said, so how's it at home? He said, not good. I said, do your mother yell at you? Yes. Is it rough at home? Do you want to stay with your grandma or your mom? No, I want to stay with my grandma. I said, why? I don't like my mom. She's mean. And a child like mine. Okay? Now, here's where we are messing up. And I'm going to pull out the pad now. Okay? First, I want to tell you this. The sum, in some form, there may be, if I get my English right, there may be a motive to cause broadband fear and social unrest by undercover organizations. It may be a form of people who are actually producing this and condoning it in order to get a certain result. However, listen to me. Yet only keep that in mind as you begin to do your own work by helping things change. That means don't sit here. What I'm basically telling you is don't think that it's some scheme or something happening inside of America. Don't think that because some of y'all have a problem with thinking that it's a group of people who's behind all this. Okay, some of y'all thinking, oh, there are some undercover, strange, dark shadows who are trying to take over America. No. It is a group effort by everybody who's simply ignoring what's going on. Okay? Because I can guarantee you, why I'm talking to you right now, you still have so many people, and it's no pun or attack on McDonald's and Hardee's and Wendy's and all. They got some good tasting food. But by the end of the weekend, all you got to do is drive past there. You will still see the cars wrapped around the building. You say, why is this a trouble? Why are you saying, I got to have it right now. Fast food. I don't want to go home and cook. I don't want to teach my daughter how to cook. Okay, I want to eat these foods that have all the kind of MSGs in it. That's not even natural for me anyway. I'm going to eat all this beef that's going to clout my system and my gut longer than any other type of food, so I can distort my instincts and then feed that to my child. That's why it's a problem. That's why it's programmed termination by your anticipation. Simply as that. It's not an outside group. Okay? You can think that it might be an outside group that might be in the dark shadows trying to destroy America. It's not generally that. There's always a possibility. But what you see every day on the largest scale, 86% of it, okay, is the people themselves that are participating in ignoring what this problem is. The reason why these kids are acting the way that they are acting, okay, is because we are programming them to act like that. Not some government somewhere. Not some undercover people. You're doing it. Because it's like, oh, I don't care. It's not my problem. I don't care about it. We don't have no choice. I'm going to tell you this. Plain and simple to your face. We don't have no choice here in America. We don't. But to go backwards where value used to be. But I know, and I can hear y'all right now. No, that's impossible. We're not going to do it. And we love our money. No, this is not going to happen. We can't do that. It's it. Who said you couldn't? You said that. Who said you could not be valuable like you used to be? Who said you could not be traditional as you can be? Don't you realize that when you are in a group of 100 people, let's just say we're all in a group of 100 people in this room, you may have two people that say, oh, I want to bring in this type of computer. I want this computer here, right? 98 of them who are sitting in there, right, decide to say, I don't think so. No, I don't want it. I'm not going to buy it. I don't want to do it. No, I'm good. No, I think I'm going to stick with this way. No, I don't. No. I think I want my family like this. No, I think I'm going to teach my child this way. No, I don't think so. No, I'm good. Right? You got fathers saying, no, man, I got it. No, I'm good. Now I can take care of that. Nah, man, I'm good. Nah, I'm going to stick with this. I'm okay with it. All right? I'm okay with it. You got girls saying, no, this is my baby. No, I don't think so. No, he belongs. No, my husband's at home. I'm good. No, my boyfriend can take care of that. I'm good. No, we're okay. I don't need to buy that. I don't have to go here. I don't need to go to the Chinese shop. I don't need to go that. I don't have to buy that just because you want me to. What's going to happen to those two people? Okay? They're going to have to buy the products themselves or, oh, no sale. Can't do it. All right? But the majority of people aren't doing that. You got 98% of them are saying, I'll sign up. Sure, okay. I'll do it. Hell yeah. Oh, get me right here. Come on. Give me a shot. You don't want no shot. Just give me a shot, bro. Just go ahead. I'll just, right there. Yeah. I'll do it. And therefore, as you've known and as you learn, you end up going too far where you can't turn around. Because out of the 98 or out of the entire group of people who is consistently moving forward to a machine world, consistently moving forward to a world where we hate ourselves by not producing a future for our children, into a world of people who are saying, I don't care, I'm going to die one day anyway. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. I don't care. I'm already 300 pounds and I know that it's just weight, not by nature, not because I have this, it's not biological. It's just because I keep, I don't care. And then everybody's forced to say, oh, this is natural. This is okay. So I don't want y'all to get it wrong, okay? And think that it's an attack. Okay, this is not an attack. This is not chastising because I am no one perfect. Okay, you understand? I am not pointing my finger at all. Otherwise, I'd be pointing fingers at myself. This should be an attempt to change what's going on around. Because I know somewhere in your mind, you don't like hearing about what's going on with these kids and these teenagers because they're too innocent. Even grown adults, when they act out, most time they just don't have the right knowledge. Okay? And the right knowledge is not being provided for because we are normalizing sickness. If Morpheus was sick, if I was sick right now and I'm just like, oh, my face is turning green. Okay? I'd want you to be like, Morpheus, you ain't looking right. What's wrong? No, oh, I'm green. Oh, let me figure it out. Oh man, like you got a stab wound right here. You're bleeding, man. You need to fix that. You're like, oh, Morpheus, fix that, man. Man, you need to go to the hospital and do something about that, bro. No, bro. Listen, bro. You're like this, bro. Listen, bro. Man, you need to go to the hospital, man, because you bleeding, dude. You bleeding. Listen, if you keep doing that, man, look, man, you're gonna pass out, man. And you're not telling me that because you're chastising me. You're not telling me that because you hate me. It's not about hatred. You're not hating me. You're trying to help me by saying, look, dude, man, I know a hospital that's down the street, man. There's a doctor right now. I mean, they waiting for you, dude. If not, man, I'll call the ambulance for you. You want me to call the ambulance, bro? I will, man, because you ain't looking good. You're trying to change. You're trying to prevent me, okay, from just passing out and being gone, okay? Imagine thousands of people, millions of people here in America who are living a lifestyle where something's wrong with them, where they are actually sick and something's going on. They're like, oh man, and nobody's doing anything about it. As a matter of fact, everybody's going around saying, oh, cool, good job. You look great, man. You give punches. You look good job. You know, oh, let's promote this person. Oh, I like that. Yes. Another broken home. I love it. Another single mother. Gorgeous. I love that. Let's keep it going. Right? Something's wrong with that. That means you're condoning this thing to happen. So it's not an attack on anyone. All I'm saying is the reason why this stuff is happening is because we're just closing our eyes and, oh, I don't care about it. This is for our children to comprehend. We got to change how we are eating. We got to change what we're doing to our genetics. And, oh, I just want to stay. It's okay. It's okay. It's not going to hurt me. It's just, you know, the doctor said it's okay. I'm going to do it anyway. Whatever you introduce to yourself, whatever it is, it's going to do something to your genetics. It's going to change the wave of your energy in one form or the other. And it doesn't go just that far, my people. It goes as far as how we are living our life here in America, where we don't comprehend that the attack is actually on our kids and our children. Because we're thinking that it's okay and it's natural. And I know you asked the question, so how are we able to turn this thing around? How can we change this? Okay, because we're only a one-man army. We can only do so much. Okay, it starts by teaching. It starts by word of mouth, by reaching up here to make these people think that this is not right. Because these women who I just got through reading, okay, I'm pretty sure that they thought their world was okay. And you got beta blue pill guys that are just constantly, yeah, I'm going to sleep with you, but that's it. Yeah, I'll spend some time with you, but you know, that's it. Okay. So she's constantly on this circulation of getting nowhere. How did she get there to begin with? Listen, how did she get there to begin with? She was a child once upon a time who was raised up by a parent or parents once upon a time. Their responsibility was to teach that girl that you're not entitled to anything or everything. You have responsibilities, and when you have a child, this, and that should happen. And then if you have an environment that supports that, the facts of what the parents are saying, then that child has a better ability of succeeding because their mind is open to the possibility. Like so many years ago, they always had billboards up. I remember. It seemed like everywhere you went, they had this thing called, they would say cigarettes is bad for you. And they have cigarettes with the chain on it or a handcuff next to the cigarette to say, okay, you chained down by cigarette smoke. Then you have billboards up that said things like HIV and sexual sexual viruses and diseases, okay, is on the rampant, that you got to be careful and be protected and all that type of stuff. It was like all the way around the schools and around buildings, on billboards and stuff like that, okay. And not only was it that way, people at least tried to practice a lifestyle to prevent themselves from that type of mentality. Okay, listen to what I'm saying. The entire environment of America commonly knew that. That's what you call common sense. Common sense don't mean common knowledge. Common sense means commonly known a thing. Okay? As a teacher, I got to tell you that, 'cause some people think, oh, common sense ain't common anymore. No. Let me straighten something out for you. Common sense is something that is commonly known throughout the majority of the people. You just call it common sense, meaning you commonly know a thing. Okay? So if common sense is not common anymore, it's blame yourself and everybody else who's not focusing on what we need to do to change the environment to make it common again. Did you get that? Rewind it if you didn't get it, and slow it down if you can't catch enough of it, okay? Because our environment here in America has to produce value, have to produce an environment where mommy and daddy can be at home with these kids. We have to produce proper teaching, not talking about the heavens and hell, talk about what's going on right now between boy and girl. Okay, what we need to start doing is making people aware that you can't keep eating everything that is going to damage your genes, or you got to be careful of what poisons that you are injecting yourself with on a constant basis, just because you got to get rid of the pain. So you got to pill for everything. Yeah, got it. I don't care. Fuck it. I'm depressed. All right. I can see. I need something else. Oh, I'm gonna do that too. I want to lose weight. Oh, okay, here we go. And everybody's sitting back talking about, it's normal. This is normal. This is normal. It's normal. So you're telling them, you ain't telling me, you're telling them that self-destruction and program termination is normal. But yet we the ones sitting back talking about, oh man, the news, man, did you hear about that? Oh man. I want y'all to learn something, and I'm gonna give it to you today. Okay? I gotta put this up here because the light's really bright and I don't want to blind you, because I want you to be able to listen to what I'm saying. It's not about intelligence or smarts. It's about compassion. Okay? I'm a very compassionate man. Okay? And I have been sitting back so many years ago. These videos that I'm making now, okay? It took time to put that together by sitting back and watching this stuff and seeing how the boat with this crack on the side like the Titanic is sinking further and further down. And just like the Titanic, everybody think violinists say, oh yeah, everything is good. It's a party time. Oh, we're fine. You know, America's good, man. Yeah, everything's fine, man. Party time. Everything's good, right? And you do, and I do, sit back and here's the newsletter. Boom, this happened. Or bang, that happened. And the first thing I'm thinking is, don't these people realize why it's happening? Or is anybody sitting back like saying, we need to decrease this? Now, I've seen headliners of some of the sergeants or police officers. You see them here talking about, we need to decrease crime. Let's figure this out. Their first idea is, we need to get rid of guns. You know, we need to get rid of more security here, more security there. It's like, yeah, you know, job security for you, right? No. The problem, my friends and family, is not that. It's right here. I keep telling you that. It's because we're not putting the proper information out there. I did this called head. This is not the gun sign. I'm saying head as in here. The head up here. Okay? Because I know how, you know, the gun sign is wrong. No, I'm not saying that. I'm focusing you so you can see right here. It's up here. That's going on. Not the body of, this is just the results of what you do. Everything that you do is up here. It's because we're not putting the proper information out there. Because the first thing that we do is, let's take our child to school so they can be indoctrinated. And that's it. Don't y'all realize as soon as you send your child to school and they are not at home, okay, they have to interface themselves with other students from another mother, from another teacher, from a different generation, and from a different idea. So they're not learning much of what they can be learning. When what should be the basic studies is nature. That's the basic study. Getting these kids, teenagers, to learn who they are, number one. That should be the number one thing in school. That should be the number one study in class. It should be about family development. Do you understand? It should be about family development. What happens in a family? How do you keep a family? If you get married, how do you keep a marriage, young child and young little boy? How does this gender should act? Or how should this person should act? What should you do to be able to bond yourself this way so you can be consistent in this family development? Instead of, oh, what's your math? What's social studies? Spelling? Oh, okay, go outside and do recess and play around and waste time for like 30 minutes and then come back to class with your low stamina. You are hyped up. Now I'm going to teach you about something that happened in society or the social construct called, what do you call that? Social studies. And let me read you this book on something that just happened so many years ago instead of telling you about what's happening today. And then they come home and you ask them, what did you learn at school today, honey? Oh, well, yeah, we did a little bit of math, a little bit of social studies. And she's still the same little girl, still the same little boy. Instead of say, I've learned something today. What did you learn? What did you learn? I learned that attitudes won't get you nowhere, Mom. Oh, you learned that. Oh, good. I learned that trying to be positive in bad situations will help me to be able to calm myself down and not be able to act with an angry action. Are you listening? I learned, Mommy, how to be able to deal with tough situations by not reacting to it with emotions, by thinking first before I react. Is somebody listening to what Morpheus is saying? That should be implemented. If it's a public school, it should be public knowledge where it be considered as, what did I just say? Common sense. Common sense. But I'm going to give you something before I leave because it's already an hour in. I want you to think about something. Behind the machine is a person. Behind a program was a programmer. Behind a building that falls down and becomes deteriorated, or a dilapidated house, was a participation from the lack of action from groups of people or everybody who just sat there and watched as this house crumbles down. Before I got into martial arts, one of my teachers told me something. And I would never forget. And I'm going to share it with y'all here on YouTube. I'm going to share it with you. I've kept this inside my heart. And it stuck with me for a long time. They said, if you if you can't save one life, if you can't save one life, if you can't save one life, why are you trying to save your own? Basically, what they were saying was, why are you just trying to protect yourself? Why is it all about you? Why are you thinking about only you? If it was all about you, then it will be nothing but you here on the entire planet. When you are only one person, there is billions of other people who aren't you. So if I'm out there and the only person I think to save is myself, then I'm pointless. But when I begin the practice of thinking, okay, I can do something to save this, I can do something. in return of saving, in return of providing, in return of making aware, in return of teaching, in return of reaching down and saying, okay, we need to do something about this. It becomes a reflection to myself. We are so selfish and self-righteous, where what I'm discussing here may not mean anything to a lot of people, may not mean nothing, until something happens, until it's your child, until it's you, until it's your spouse, until it's someone else that's close to you. Then all of a sudden you're like, okay, I see it now. Yeah. We should change the curriculum. We should teach these children differently. We should not condone mothers to be single mothers at home at all, ever again. We need to stop this right now. But why should you wait until it happens to you before you're concerned about someone else? We have to work as a team, my American family. If we're going to take this Titanic boat, get down there to the hull of it and patch that hole in as much as we can. Not for your life, but for the life of everybody else that's on this boat, who don't know anything that's happening. For kids who are just trying to grow up in their life to be something. 8 years old, 3 years old, 12 years old, 19 years old, who don't know anything about the world, and we're sitting back. Everything's okay. It's not okay. So you have my video, Programmed Termination. It's because of the participation of our ignorance. Okay? And because we're trying to fight the machine with the machine. You cannot, like the Matrix movie, and you know me as Morpheus, you can't fight the machine with the machine. If you saw the movie, the machines failed. The machines failed. You can't fight computers with computers. You can't fight security with more security. Oh, I'm going to fight this with a camera. Let's put it right there. No. The fight is up here. That instinct I was telling you about. Eating the right food and taking care of. No, I don't need that. What's this stuff? Get that off of me. A pill, but come on, please. Give me some vegetables. Right? Therefore, your real power is your instincts. That's what it is. Your weapon is not physical. Your weapon is not another computer to fight another computer or a drone. They're going to fight Rome. What's this remote control? I'm going to go like this. Let me figure out where it's going to go. That's weak stuff. The battle is having real knowledge and instincts. That's right here, the soul and spirit of yourself, which is to the higher mind of the universe where it used to be. Not being held down by human ignorance that we practice every day. That is this video. I can break it down even more, but we're already an hour and 4 minutes in. I didn't mean for it to get that long. I went off on a tangent. But if it was you, your children, your family, you would want somebody like me getting out here to spread the word to prevent it from happening ever again. These things that are happening in the news is not a coincidence. It's not because people are generally crazy. People are not crazy. Listen, people are generally decent people. The responsible issue behind it is those who have been behind them. Because we were all kids once upon a time. Where does that start? And even when they become adults, where does it continue? The group of people. So if you have 85% of everybody going like this, what do you think is going to happen? That's not a hidden group. That's everybody. So we all got to get our heads straight and work together and say, okay, let's stop this. It's not about making some Me Too movement. It's not about saying we need more feminists out there. It's not about saying, oh, we need to be a part of a certain gender. It's not about that. All that stuff is a distraction. That's why I'm not talking about it. That's why it's not in this video. That's why I'm not discussing it. It's not about that. Yeah, that's happening. Yeah, we understand that, but that's not the big issue here. Because while y'all over there complaining, while y'all over there making up, while y'all over there distorting with these other little bitty groups, okay, people are still losing their lives over here. The majority of them are. Because that's where the issue is. It's the environment that we are ignoring. Put the proper plant where it belongs and it shall grow. Take that same plant, put it in a bad environment with bad seeds, with bad soil. What do you think is going to happen? Do you want me to read the news again? We got to sit back and start using our instincts and our thinking faculties. Get outside of the system that we are to. And open up the minds of our real human instincts and power like we should. This is Leon C., aka Morpheus, and you have received the red pill. There is no excuse after this video. You heard it. There ain't no excuse. Because what's happening to one person, this is how I feel.